Good morning. Welcome to the vlog. Today is Monday. I'm off of work today, and so I have essentially nothing to do. But a big reason that I'm filming this vlog is to try to find comfort in that and not let that be a negative thing, and really embrace the fact that having nothing to do means that I can do whatever I want today, even if the things that I want to do aren't these overly productive things. And I find it genuinely difficult to enjoy days like that where I don't have this like long schedule of things to do, where I don't know that it's going to be just like a get stuff done type of day. I think that I kind of get my worth and my value and decide how good of a day I had based on how productive I was. And I'm not saying this as a flex at all. It's not a good thing to feel like you always have to have the perfect day, and for the perfect day to need to be something very productive. Because like I said, I find myself valuing my day and myself based on how productive I was that day. And that's a dangerous spot to be in, because you'll just work yourself into the ground. Today is something that I feel like I've worked so hard for. Like I've tried to create today. And I say that because I work as a travel physical therapist, which means that I take 3-month contracts where I have to work for at least 3 months. I can extend if I want to, and then I can take a break in the in-between period. And I'm on a break right now. So I'm off today, and I was actually off all of last week, and I'll be off all of next week before I start my next contract. And this is something that I worked so hard to create. When I was working in a permanent physical therapy position and I needed to give them months in advance notice anytime I wanted to use my PTO, I just felt so beholden to a job, and like I had no freedom and control over when I would take a break. And so that's why I transitioned into travel physical therapy. So there was a time in life where I wanted so badly to be able to just have a day like today. And here I am. And I've found out that that creates just like the slightest level of anxiety within me that I didn't know would be a thing. I also feel like I should introduce myself in case you're new to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the vlog. Again, my name is Kayla. I am 26. I'm going to be 27 in like a week or so, which is crazy, and so many emotions to process around that. But for the most part, I'm just trying to embrace it. We're going to keep aging throughout life, and I think society teaches us, especially as women, for that to be something that we're afraid of. But I work with geriatric patients in my job, and something I tell them all the time when they're like, ugh, I'm so old, I'm always preaching to them that being old is better than the alternative. So I'm trying to genuinely feel that as well. Like I'm 27, 1 year older than last year, and that's a good thing. Like, thank goodness I'm still alive. I like to post content that's all about how I try to live my best life, which I feel like has really evolved since I started posting on YouTube. I feel like initially I thought that living my best life was being happy all the time, showing how I make every day an amazing day. I try new things all the time. And I think that in this past year of posting and working as a travel physical therapist, I've been doing travel PT for like a year and a half now, and just being in a place where I do have more freedom over my life, I've learned that living your best life isn't always going to look super extravagant and amazing, and you're not going to be happy every day just because you have a good life. So I feel like now posting my best life looks more like just all the highs and low and all the times in between, because we live a lot of the in between, and days like today are some of the in between days. And I'm just going to spend the whole day reminding myself that this is enough. This is a good day. It's nice to not have to do anything and to just get to do the things that I want to do. I'm just trying to figure out if there's possibly a shred of room in this closet, because right now this room, it's a mess, but more importantly, it's just cluttered. Like we just have things everywhere. We're living out of our suitcases. We have one suitcase in here that I think for the most part is going to go to storage. I would love to be able to fit the suitcase in this closet. I'm hoping that maybe if I can move some things on the ground here, then I could slide our suitcase right here. Moment of truth. Okay, that worked. That is beautiful. I think I'm supposed to do the pillows after the comforter, but if I'm being honest, I'm getting really tired. This has been a lot to do the room. I still need to vacuum, but I know that the laundry is gonna be dry soon. And whenever I was doing the laundry, I was thinking that I could watch something a little more mentally stimulating than this Biggest Loser documentary that Netflix has on, even though it's very interesting. It is so crazy, the value that our society places on being thin. I need to pause it because I'm so into it. Because I was a fan of The Biggest Loser. Like, I love watching the show, but I never looked at it from the perspective of we're putting bigger people on display and just how unhealthy some of the habits that they were encouraging on the show are, because the whole point was to lose the most amount of weight, but in a short amount of time. And it sounds like the amount of weight you needed to lose to stay on the show in the amount of time was just not safe and not healthy. And so I've been so intrigued by it. But anyways, I wanted to watch something slightly more mentally stimulating than that when I did the laundry, and I already feel like I don't want to be mentally stimulated in any way. So I'm trying to just listen to my body. And I made the bed, changed the sheets, and before I vacuum and finish up with the room, I just want to lay down. Although the room is looking much, much better. I cleaned up my little nightstand area, so that's the suitcase that I essentially live out of. This side has Devin's, which also has his suitcase that he's living out of all the way over there. This corner, I continue to debate on what to do about it, because technically all of these pillows right here are supposed to live on the bed, but I just feel like that's so unrealistic because I just don't sleep with all those pillows, and I'm like, what is the point in doing all that and putting them all on the bed just to take them off? So right now that corner is still a little bit of a mess, but that's pretty much it. Even though I've basically fully cleaned the room, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing thing, but I feel like the whole thing I'm supposed to be sitting in today is not being perfect, and so the room doesn't look perfect, but it is a lot less cluttered, and that's just gonna need to be good enough for now. It's hot as all get out. I did not feel very hot, but I think that vacuuming really did it to me. You feel so ridiculously far away. Okay, that's better. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to go to the grocery store before my class tonight, which I haven't talked about yet in this video. I am taking an IT class, and I talked about it a lot in my last vlog, but basically I'm trying to make a career change. It feels like such a wild and unhinged thing to be doing for someone who went through 7 years of post-high school schooling in order to get a doctoral degree, but physical therapy is just not what I want to be doing long-term forever. I really think that long-term, I don't even want to be punching a clock for anybody, but in the middle long-term, like in the medium term where I am right now, I at least don't want to have to go into the office every day. But anyways, that's at 7 o'clock tonight, and it is currently 3. Much as I've been enjoying watching The Biggest Loser, I did want to get some laundry done today, and I wanted to watch some Spanish while I did my laundry. I studied Spanish all throughout school. I've studied abroad in Panama and Argentina. I want to be a fluent Spanish speaker so bad, and I think what I'm realizing the more that I learn and the more I'm just not fluent yet is that I'm probably gonna sit somewhere in this intermediate speaker land, which is okay with me because as long as I can understand people and respond and just communicate with others, that's really what I want. And so I've been trying in this little break that I have to occupy as much of my time with Spanish as possible because I enjoy it. And I feel like I've gotten to the point where I can have it on in the background as long as someone's speaking at a respectable pace for, it's really hard to tell you this while I'm also typing in on YouTube what I would like to watch. This is why I don't talk and do things at the same time, because this is not YouTube. We are looking at Netflix. So let me get to YouTube. I'm like doing this and I'm like, why is Dreaming Spanish not coming up? I go to YouTube and watch channels that are made for people who are trying to learn Spanish. And one of my absolute things to watch is Dreaming Spanish podcast. They segment out all their videos based on if they're best for super beginners, intermediate, advanced. I think advanced is the highest it goes, I think. Wow. Look at this. There's a video called Hyperproductivity When Enough is Never Enough. I don't think that I could find a more perfect video to be watching while I do this.
Al pedo, ahora estamos en un momento social en donde se glorifica mucho el yo hago, tengo esta rutina y esto y lo otro. Y bueno, siento que uno tiene que saber balancearlo, ¿no? Armonizarlo. Pero también es muy importante el tiempo de calidad contigo mismo, ¿no? Como voy a tratarme bien, voy a darme un descansito, como algo que no necesariamente signifique tengo que producir.
I really do not feel like going to the store anymore, but I desperately need some groceries. My breakfast this morning was so god-awful. I had a protein shake and then I had leftover Stouffer's from the night before. Gotten in such a routine with my breakfast. I very consistently have Greek yogurt with chia seeds in it, some sort of granola, and then berries. And it's decently good. I mean, it's not chocolate chip waffles, which would be my breakfast of choice, but I'm about to be 27, I'm getting older, and I've just been diving more into nutrition things, and I'm like, oh gosh, I should maybe pay attention to that. So because of that, I've been trying to avoid things very high in sugars throughout the day and just do my best to eat healthier as a super picky eater. So the breakfast I have now is decently good and tolerable to know that it's something that's good for me. Like I gain a little bit of enjoyment just by knowing that it's something that's good for me too. And I don't want to have Stouffer's again for breakfast tomorrow. Talking about food right now is hilarious because I'm literally having a text conversation with a friend of mine that I'm supposed to go get dinner with tomorrow, going back and forth about what place to eat at because I'm such a picky eater. Food gives me way too much anxiety, and this is why I just love getting things like pizza or McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. It's easy, everyone likes it, and I don't have to think about it so much. I have had a really good day today. Sorry for the jump scare. I recently got my hair blown out, and so we just need to protect her when I lay down. I have had truly a good day today, and I have such a hard time saying that without adding to the end. I got so much done. Like, oh, I had a good day. I actually got a good amount of things done, because that is not the point. So I do feel like I'm okay with the amount of things that I got done. It was also just a good day because I was able to rest with a little bit less guilt than I normally do. I just felt like, okay, Kayla, I'm not going to the gym today. I'm not spending time editing a video, and I'm still having a good day. Like, I still feel okay. And I feel like it helped to just expose myself to that and have a day where I don't feel guilty resting and actually enjoy it, because then that just encourages me more to have days like this. Because if I have a day where I'm resting, but then I just feel icky, anxiety ridden, guilty all day long, then it's just negative reinforcement, and I feel like, ugh, I don't want to do that again. I know it felt bad last time. But when I can actually enjoy it like I did today, I feel like it's like exposure therapy. Like, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad, and then you can try it again. I know that I had a decent day because I'm actually doing my skincare routine, which I could not tell you the last time I did this at night. I'm pretty good about trying to put on moisturizer before I do my makeup, but I've had so many nights recently where I feel like by the end of the night, I'm just like, what's the point? Like, I've had such a chaotic day. I don't feel good, and is adding moisturizer to my face and cleaning my face really gonna make me feel better? No. And I don't do it. And I'm not saying that's the attitude I should be having, but that's the attitude I've been having. I'm gonna try to have more days like today. I keep calling them days like today because I don't even know what to call it. Like, it wasn't a a full rest day. I did get things done, but it just wasn't a hyper productivity day, like a soft productivity day maybe. The podcast I was listening to today was talking about how if we never allow ourselves to rest, we never allow ourselves to get bored, it's really hard to be creative and come up with ideas and things because you already have other things on your mind. And I was like, wow, that's such a good point. And hopefully having more days like this can help spark a little bit of creativity within me, because I've just been in such a slump lately. If you've been watching my channel for a while or you've seen my other videos, then maybe you've noticed that my uploads have just been way less frequent. And all I was able to squeak out last month, I think, was a monthly money reset. This month, I didn't even get one of those out. I was just feeling, I don't know, I've just been feeling really defeated. I think it has a lot to do with the last job that I had on contract, and I talked about that a little bit in my last vlog. But yeah, I don't really know how else to describe it. I've just been in a state of like meh, and it's felt like that for a couple months, and I'm trying really hard to escape that. I'm trying to get back into vlogging. This is something I enjoy. I want to post on YouTube, and it just makes me kick myself because I've been posting for a year and I've worked so hard to reach the point where I'm at now, where I have over 1,000 subscribers, I'm monetized, and it's like, hooray. If I'm being honest, maybe achieving that even contributed a little bit to the meh feeling. I've just worked so hard for this, and I think we put our goals on such a pedestal, and when I hit that monetization, subscriber count, all those things, and nothing really changed, like I still have to do my normal 9-to-5 job. I'm nowhere near a point where I can make YouTube part-time income. I think it was just an eye-opener for how much more work needs to be put into this channel, and that on top of all the other things going on in my life was just like a knock, and I feel like I just kind of froze and stopped doing things. And I want to get back to me and posting and feeling like me in every aspect in life. So I usually end off my videos by saying, I'll see you very, very soon in another video. And I really hope that's true, but I have no idea what I want my next video to be. I have no video ideas brewing. So I'm gonna go chill out on the sofa with Devin and rot and watch TV, which is actually usually my favorite part of the day, something I can really enjoy because I know there are no other pressures of the day behind me. Like, it's just so easy to chill out at night. Thank you so much for spending today with me. I love you, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.